And that is my personal Sonos list. How's it going, guys? Today we're going to be doing a little bit different of a video. Not necessarily taking a look at one specific product, but taking a look at the Sonos lineup and what's my personal favorite. So in this particular lineup, we're going to be taking a look at everything from the Playbase, Arc, the Sub, the Roam, Move, and everything else in between, and kind of ranking it on a personal scale what I think is the best speaker. So that being said, let me know what your guys' list is, because I want to see kind of where it lines up with mine. It might be completely opposites, so once you've finished watching out the whole video, make sure you leave your list in the comments. I'd love to see kind of what you guys think. Alright, so start off the list at number 10, we have the Sonos Playbase. Now this is a very unpopular speaker, and for a reason. It doesn't actually sound that bad, but at the end of the day, it's a very specific type of speaker for a specific type of someone. And with everybody mounting their TVs nowadays, it's rare that you'll find a stand that works with the right TV to where the Playbase would work. As you can see, it's a flat kind of round, so unless you have a center base for your TV, it's really not going to be that useful. A lot of TV brands have kind of branched out to this feet on the very edge type of style. So I mean, Playbase, it's going to have to be there on the bottom of the scale for me. Now going to number 9. I hate to put it here because I do like it as a speaker, but we're going to have to put the Sonos Roam at number 9. And why is that? Simply just because it's not a super loud, super bass-filled speaker. And for Bluetooth, it's good, but I'm sure you could find something for the same price that is a little bit bigger. So I mean, as far as integration with your Sonos system, I love it, and I think it's a great speaker. But as far as priorities go, it's not on my priority list. Number 8 is actually going to be the Sonos Sub for me, and the only reason I put it so low, not that it's a bad speaker, but it's mainly because you don't get a Sub unless you have a Beam or an Arc. So I mean, as far as priorities go, you would never buy that first. And I think it deserved to be where it is, because it's not the worst, but it definitely isn't the first thing you buy. So 8's not terrible, but as we get up, you'll kind of see why. Number 7. So for number 7, I actually wanted to put the Beam here, and that's only for a couple reasons, mainly because it's not a giant soundbar. This is going to be very specific to a bedroom, and I just don't think it sounds great with a subwoofer in a living room because it's just not big enough, and that's where you need that Arc. So as far as priorities go, I'd put Beam at 7, which is not too bad. Number 6. At number 6, we're going to have the One SL. So this is a Sonos One without the voice activation. So for those of you who want that privacy in your smart home, you're going to get no microphone in this. And if you're just going to use this speaker as a rear surround sound speaker, you don't really need the microphone unless that you're planning on having that microphone for voice control. So it's nice that they kind of came down, gave you a little bit of a discount for the same speaker, but just without a microphone. And the fact that it comes in black and white is also a plus. Number 5. So at number 5, we're actually going to put the One. So the reason I put the One over the One SL is because it does have that voice activation, and these speakers sound good anywhere. So it's one of those speakers you can kind of just throw around everywhere in the house. Throw one here, throw one there, it's going to sound great. And the fact that they all sync up through Sonos, you can really kind of help provide that surround, almost like a grocery store style kind of speaker where you can just hear it everywhere. So that's why I like the One so much, and that's why they'd be just a little bit better than the One SLs. Number 4, I actually don't have a speaker for number 4, but if you guys are enjoying the video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. It really helps us out. And other than that, let's get into our top 3. So coming in at 3, and this might shock a lot of people, but I actually have the Arc put down for number 3. And the reason I have the Arc as number 3 and not number 1 or number 2 is because, I'm just a huge, full surround home theater kind of person. So, as far as what I want to do in my living room, I would not go with an Arc unless I had, a smaller living room. And there's nothing wrong with the Arc. It sounds great, but as far as sound bars to, full surround systems, I always am just going to prefer that. So that's why it personally is not my number 1, even though it is probably the best Sonos speaker. So like I said, that's why I want you guys to share your list, because I want to kind of see what you guys think. Moving on to number 2. Now, some of you maybe wondered why you haven't heard this speaker yet on the list, and the reason is because this one is an amazing speaker, and I've had it for quite a while now. It just sounds so great. It's not for your TV, it's for music, but it's the best sounding Sonos speaker in my opinion, and that's going to be the Play 5. So the Play 5 in my house actually sits in the living room, kind of near where you would put a soundbar, but it doesn't act like a soundbar. It's not plugged into the TV. We just use it for music, and oh gosh, for what you're getting, I mean, the bass, it sounds great. The vocals sound clear. It sounds a lot louder than you would expect from that kind of speaker, and overall, just probably one of my favorite speakers ever. Now, coming in at number 1, the one we've all been waiting for, the Sonos Move. So you might be like, what? Why did the Move go higher than the Arc and the Play 5? Well, the fact that you can move it. It sounds silly, but it's a great sounding speaker. It's a little bit better than the ones, and it has that movability feature, which, when we first started getting into Sonos and, I became a fan of Sonos, that was one thing I really, really hated was, why do I have to keep these in the same spot no matter what? I can't move it around like a Bluetooth speaker. And, I think they kind of knew that when they were producing and making new lines was, hey, we're going to get a movable one in here. And that's what they did with the Move. So once they came out with the Move, that easily became my favorite Sonos speaker because you get that quality of, a little bit more than a 1. I would say it's closer to like a Play 3, which they don't really have anymore, but you still get that quality, and you're able to move it literally anywhere. If you want to take it in the shower with you, well, not in the shower, but you know what I mean. If you want to take it out to the pool, or if you just want to put it in a different area in your kitchen while you cook, it's very, very versatile, and I'd say this is the best Sonos speaker in my opinion. Other than that, that's going to round off our list. Here's one last look at it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let us know down in the comments. Also, drop your tier lists. I'm counting on you. I really want to see what you guys enjoy. Other than that, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. That's going to be all for this one, and if you guys haven't already, check out some of our other cool videos on products like these. If you guys are interested in getting the best deal on this product, email YouTube@Walts. And if you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos or deals.